Hey guys, this is Carlos Santos from MTV. Now I'm sure you'd agree when I say schools in our country can be a source of great support, and at times it can also be a place of immense struggle for a bunch of different reasons. But I'm here to tell you that school leaders all around the country, including your teachers and administrators, are in the know, and they're working hard to make your school an environment that best prepares you for the future. And guess what? They aren't the only ones on the job. Foundations like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation are working with the Center for Effective Philanthropy to figure out how they can help give you the best education possible. Just how smart are all these people? Smart enough to realize that the only way to make your experience the best it can be is to talk to you. Now, you're here each and every day. You see what's really happening, the good and the bad. You know better than anybody how things are going and how to improve what's not working. Now, people like Mr. Gates and your principal actually, it's more like they need your feedback. So today, I want to tell you about an exciting project called Youth Truth. Your school is among hundreds of schools from around the country that will be collecting some very important information that will help everyone get a picture of how you feel about life at school. You'll get to fill out an online survey that gets into the nitty-gritty about your classes, teachers, your school programs, you name it. Now, usually, you take a test and then your teachers give you feedback on how you did. Well, this time, it's the other way around. With Youth Truth, you'll be grading them, and they actually want you to do it. So. Now, don't just take it from me. Listen to what these folks have to say about their own school's participation in Youth Truth last year.
When Youth Truth came about, we knew the kids would be giving their opinion, but I think afterwards it was very enlightening. I think it opened a lot of people's eyes. Well, maybe we can do this better. Maybe we can do that better.
I feel that Youth Truth really gives us a chance to say, okay, we're having problems, we need help, and we just really need somebody to give us a solution, some type of alternative.
Why are we always talking to children and not listening to them? So I think Youth Truth is a great vehicle to get at that, and it just has, for us, it just has some very powerful data.
I think if you want to know what's going on in the school, you ask the kids, and I think that that's something that we've done and we're going to continue to do, and the Youth Truth survey allows us to do that.
Now, you may have taken surveys in the past and wondered, will this really make a difference? Well, Youth Truth is different, and the students who were involved last year noticed right away.
I take a lot of surveys, and I have no idea what happens to the results, and I'm surprised if I see any changes, but I feel Youth Truth is really a survey that really catered to us, and it really, let us see what we need to work on and what are we strong at and what are we weak at.
The other surveys are just like, what do you think? And this one was like, actually, what can we do to better the situation?
And just to give you an idea of how your feedback can actually lead to change, here's a look at what happened at one school that participated in the Youth Truth survey.
The biggest thing that stuck out from our results was the experience of our 9th grade students. They weren't as satisfied as other students. They didn't have as strong relationships with adults as other students. They didn't perceive that policies and procedures were fair. They didn't perceive that their classes were challenging, so forth, across the board.
It seemed like they were just always trying to make examples out of everyone, and they never really thought about, like, dang, this is not good for that person.
So we decided to come up with the 9th grade academy concept, which would support them academically, also socially.
We found there's much greater consistency across those classrooms. There's more coordination between those teachers, which I think has improved the students' experience as well.
Since the teachers and the principals saw the survey, they like back-to-back work, like essays and group projects and discussions within class. It's like a lot of interaction between the teacher and the student now.
Another thing we did was institute the teen court, and in this program we wanted to address this issue of policies and procedures being fair, and there's no better way to ensure that they're fair than if they're administered by their peers. All of the members of the court are students, and there's a judge or an attorney that comes in to serve as a judge in the case. And so the jury can apply sanctions by the school, so they can require tutorial, restitution, letters of apology, and so forth.
At this time, I'll ask our teen court clerk to swear in the jury.
Do you solemnly affirm that you will objectively weigh the issues in this case and render a sanction according to the evidence and guidelines of teen court? You may proceed.
I think the great part of this is, and to a certain extent, I can say, message received, and I think they can say message received as well in terms of the experiences that they're having now.
We have teen court, we have mentoring programs, we have programs that you can connect with the teachers.
That captures what Youth Truth is about, is giving students a vehicle to send messages to us so that we're not operating in a vacuum or based on how we perceive students are experiencing their time here at the high school. They can tell us directly.
Now, to make this thing a true success, you gotta be honest. Don't put down what you think your teachers want to hear or what your friends think. Your results will be totally anonymous, and after it's all done, you'll be hearing from your school administrators about what they learned and what you all can do to make school better.
Tell the truth, because, If you're doing that, people are actually going to listen to it and hear it. I mean, this is basically a chance to hear your voice.
Now I feel like we have a voice and people understand what we feel.
If a student's not happy where they're learning, then they're not gonna have that can-do attitude. If you take into account what the student has to say and what they feel, then they're gonna feel like, well, man, if my school cares about me, then I should be able to, in return, learn and go off and do something better.
I'm very happy that our school participated in Youth Truth. I think it was a good experience, and I think our voices were heard through it, and everybody got a chance to kind of say what they wanted to say.
It's a good survey to take. I think every school in the nation should take it because it benefits the whole environment of the school.
So get with it, people. This is your chance to speak the truth. Make it count.